First of all, I extend my cordial welcome to my beloved students. Today, I am going to teach you grammar portion. My topic is voice. What is voice? Let us discuss, let us talk about this grammatical word voice. Its literal its literal meaning is sound. Voice, its literal meaning is sound. Now let us see. We have two words. The first word is voice and the second word is sound. What is difference between the two words voice and sound? Because they are having the same meaning. Literal meaning is the same, but there is a difference. You can distinguish between voice and sound. I am going to differentiate, I am going to distinguish. Voice is produced by living things, while sound is produced by non-living things. Voice is, in another way you can say, voice is produced by animate things and sound is produced by just opposite of animate is inanimate. Opposite of living things, non-living things. For example, the voice of a great singer of Lata is very melodious. Voice is there. The sound of my mobile is not good. This is the difference, voice and sound. But in grammar, what is voice? Our topic is voice in the grammar. This is main topic. This is a specific topic. Then I am going to specify. I am going to explain about this voice, what is given in the, which is given in the grammar. So, voice in the grammar, I can explain with these sentences. For example, very simple example. Ram, it is subject, grammar, and you can say nominative case. In noun form and pronoun form, we always keep in your mind NPGC. 4 letters. NPGC. In the case of noun and pronoun, let us see what these letters stand for, what they signify, what they indicate. Let us see. Here N for number. So Ram is singular number. P for person. So Ram is a third person. We have three persons. We have two numbers, 1, 2. It is number is indicated by in mathematical language you can say 1, 2. Singular number, plural number. Person 123. How can you explain it 123? These are my concept. When I teach in grammar in higher section or lower section, these are my concepts and these are my imagination. As I have taught you the imagination of Robert Frost in his poem Fire and Ice, the road not taken, stopping by woods on a snowy evening. So in this poem the poet's imagination has given, but here this is my imagination, this is my perception and conception. 1, 2 singular number and plural number. In person, in grammar there are three persons. First person, second person, third person. And this G stands for gender. How many genders are there in English grammar? There are 4 genders. Start from masculine gender, feminine gender, common gender and neuter gender. There are 4 genders. Then case in noun and pronoun form. In Hindi grammar there are 8 cases as far as I think. If there is no mistake in my language, in grammar there are 8 cases. 8 cases means 8 कारक होते हैं. But in English only 3 cases are there. First is nominative case, second is objective case, and third is nominative, objective, and third is possessive case. So in this case, first let us start from N. So Ram is a singular number, correct. Person, this is third person because I am first person. My colleagues are sitting before me, they are second person, and I am talking about third person, and the third person is Ram. So Ram is a third person. Again, gender, Ram is a masculine gender. And fourth point is case. Case means subject. Subject means nominative case. Hindi में, my dear students, you pronounce, you say karta karak. So NPGC, number, person, gender, case, these 3 letters are applicable in the simple parts of speech in the case of noun and pronoun. And 1 or 2, these 12 number indicates first person and second person. Now, singular number, excuse me, sorry sir, singular number and plural number. And 123, they indicate first person, second person and third person. So I have written subject here. Subject is very important to form a sentence. Then after subject there is a verb. Subject plus verb. Take any verb. I want to take या I take verb W-R-I-T-E, write. This write is given, and this write is a verb, and this is first form of the verb. Verb, what is verb? My dear students, verb is a word. Verb is a simple part-size speech which denote which indicates action. So verb is playing very important, very vital role in the formation of different sentences. Very, very important. Then Ram, now see the combination of between Ram and right. See the combination. And combination in grammar mein, what do we say? Say subject and relation of subject and V. S and V. So what are the relation? What are the combination between S and V? Subject and verb agreement. And this agreement is not only for 1 day or 2 days. This agreement is for ever and ever and ever. Permanent. What is agreement between them? Let us see. S and V, S plus V. What are the, we can say, agreement, another word is C-O-N, con, C-O-R-D, card, oblique, A-G-R-E-E-M-E-N-T, agreement. What is agreement? What is concord between the two parts of speech? Two, not parts of speech, two elements of subject and verb. Subject says to verb. What does he say? Sir, if I am one, subject says, if I am one, you must be one. Subject says, if I am two, you must be two. This is the relation. And this relation is called permanent relation. And there is an agreement. There is a concord. There is a compact. Compact is there, concord is there, agreement. These are the similar words. You can say these are synonyms to each other. 1 is equal to 1, 2 is equal to 2. This is permanent agreement between subject and verb. What does it mean? If subject is similar, verb must be similar. If subject is plural, verb must be plural. So in this case, Ram right, either it is right or wrong, I can say it is correct. But grammar, my worthy students, grammar teaches us and gives us a correct and systematic knowledge. See the combination, see the relationship. Ki Ram right, either it is right or wrong, put here full stop. Now this is sentence. But either it is right or wrong, let us see. Put here 1, this is similar, correct? And this is equal to 1. Both sides are equal. No, sir. Both, not according to my opinion. I am not a very learned personality. I am very common and simple, very ordinary man. But 1 is equal to 1. If subject is similar, verb must be singular. It is given in the book by many grammarians. This is the concept of many grammarians, and I am agree with them. So Ram is singular, right is 1. If both sides are equal, means you can say left hand side is equal to right hand side. Let us see. Then no, because WRITE, right, SMILE, smile, EAT, eat, DRINK, drink, PLAY, play, SIT, sit, SING, sing, and so on. Continue it. There are many verbs. There are many doing words. There are many saying words. And this is the concept of grammarians, and they give us a rule कि please always keep in your mind and remember in your mind, first form of the verb is always used as a plural form. As a plural form. As a plural form. Eat is plural. Write is plural. Drink is plural. Stand is plural. Go is plural. Now make them singular. Singular, there is a formula. You can make these verbs as a singular form by adding s here, es. This is the rule. We have to learn them, and we have to inculcate and imbibe them. Don't forget, never forget, very important, very significant point in the grammar. So in this equation, in this sentence, Ram right, so Ram is 1 according to grammar, correct? But according to grammar, right is 2. So 1 is equal to 2, no. So there is not equal to. So this sentence is wrong. Ram right. So now correct it and make it correct. So Ram writes. Ram writes. Now there is a full stop. Now this sentence is correct. It means now 1 is equal to 1. Now this equation is correct according to grammar, and according to in accordance with the grammarians, 1 is equal to 1. So Ram singular, writes singular. This is agreement. Grammar में there is one chapter, subject verb agreement, subject verb concord. Very important chapter. So now there is agreement. Ram is 1, writes. Now this is 1, and now the equation is balanced. No mistake is there. There is no grammatical mistake. There is no grammatical error. Now again I want to add here, I think this subject verb agreement is clear. And my dear students, try to understand. And now Ram writes, subject is here, verb is here. Now there is another element of this sentence is object. After object, there is a C. C indicate complement. These are the 4 elements. They form a sentence. Now subject is clear, verb is clear, object is, and now complement is there. Now let us see what is object and what is complement. Then remove it only. Let us discuss about object. Ram writes, now write here, I am going to write in place of O, a letter. Simple example. Now full stop is there. So now this is sentence, and grammar में you can say कि it is a statement sentence. You can say in statement sentence या positive sentence, affirmative sentence, declarative sentence, there are many names. और you can say इस हिंदी में साधारण वाक्य है. And now this sentence is in which tense? Now recognize the tense. Tense is very important in the formation of voice. If you have no knowledge of tenses, it is very difficult to change, very difficult to transform, very difficult to convert. To tenses, it is must to know about them. Tenses means I have written my formula TTY. TTY. What are they? Let us see. These are main tenses. TTY. T, today. Today I am standing in the class. I am teaching voice. This is present tense, today. Tomorrow it will come. This is future. Yesterday it is past. So present, future and past, these are main tenses. Present tense, past tense and future tense. I have indicated with 3 letters TTY. I have indicated NPGC short form. These are my concept: number, person, gender, case. And 1 to 12, singular number and plural number. In case of 1, 2, 3, how many persons are there in English grammar? There are 3 persons: first person, second person and third person. So now this sentence is in which tense? Let us see. How do you recognize? How do you identify? How do you justify, sir, this sentence is given in such and such tense? So my dear students, first form of the verb is, always keep in your mind, first form of the verb is always used in simple present tense. In another language, you can say, you say present indefinite tense. Now this is simple present tense, and this sentence has subject, verb and object. Object is a letter. Then O, object. Let us discuss about object. So today my object is, my main point is voice. This is my object. Book is an object. But here object means, what do you understand? Object means it has there are 2 types of object. First, first type of object is DO, and second type of object is IO. Object has been divided into 2 parts: direct object and indirect object. So direct object is non-living and indirect object is living. This is the difference. Object has two kinds. The first object is known as direct object, and the second object is known as indirect object. Now there is a question again, how will you justify, how will you identify, sir, this is direct object or indirect object? So you can identify them with their activities. If there is a life, living things. If there is no life, non-living things. I think it is understood. Now, a letter is a direct object or indirect object. Let us talk or let us discuss or let us ponder about direct object or indirect object. So, WHAT what and WHOM whom, put here question mark. So Ram writes a letter. This is affirmative sentence, positive sentence. Now this positive sentence change into interrogative sentence. Now ask a question. Now interrogate with this interrogative sentence. या form a interrogative sentence. Interrogate a question through question mark. Full stop takes the place of question mark. Question mark is very important. Punctuation marks in place of interrogative sentences. Very important. If you do not put question mark as sign of interrogation and you have written interrogative sentence, so the examiner, the teacher will cross it. So please, very important. So now Ram writes a letter. This is the statement sentence, positive sentence. Now convert this sentence in interrogative form. Now interrogative form, and now there's interrogative sentences as two kinds. Interrogative sentence, and it has two kinds. The first interrogative sentence starts with helping verb, and the second interrogative sentence starts with WH form. Question mark, question mark. There are two types of interrogative sentences. First interrogative sentence start with helping verb. Yeah, you can say auxiliary verb. And second interrogative sentence start with WH form. Now Ram writes a letter, start with helping verb. Then Ram writes a letter, its interrogative form is does Ram write a letter? Question mark. This is interrogative sentence. First type. Does Ram write a letter? If you write does Ram writes a letter, grammatical mistake. Grammatical mistake. Does never comes with SAIES form. Does never comes with SAIES form. Does never comes with SAIES form. Now this interrogative sentence again change with WH form. Now second interrogative sentence WH form. What does Ram write? Question mark. What does Ram write? If there is an answer, So that verb is called grammar में, in grammar that verb is called transitive verb. That verb is called transitive verb. हिंदी में आप बोलते हैं सकर्मक क्रिया. And if verb is sakarmak, verb is transitive verb, then there is a PV. My formula, PV means passive voice. And if verb is not sakarmak, तो opposite of sakarmak is akarmak. English में you can say intransitive verb. So if there is no verb has no object, that verb is called intransitive verb. And intransitive verb has no passive voice, then write here NP. Write here NP, no passive. Now ask a question with what does Ram write? Then you can get, you get a letter. What does Ram write? हिंदी में I translate राम क्या लिखता है? उत्तर में राम एक पत्र लिखता है. एक पत्र, a letter. So this is object. तो राइट हैज ए ऑब्जेक्ट, दिस V plus O, V is right, O is a letter, and this is equal to TV. ये टेलीविजन नहीं है सर, ये ट्रांसिटिव वर्ब है. माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज ट्रांसिटिव वर्ब एंड ट्रांसिटिव वर्ब हैज PV, पैसिव वॉइस. एंड इफ देयर इज ए V minus O, this is equal to intransitive verb, and intransitive verb has right here NP, no passive. So it means the verb which has object, you can convert, you can transform, you can change into passive voice, and the verb which has no object, we can never change into passive voice. It is totally, absolutely, completely, entirely wrong. There are a few teachers, there are many teachers I can say, but I have some hesitation also. I hesitate to point out. There are some teachers, they convert and they transform and they change. He goes to Delhi. He goes to Delhi. वह दिल्ली जाता है. So his subject clear, goes verb clear. This is singular. He is a singular. Subject is a singular. Verb is a singular. And this to Delhi, to is a preposition. It indicates towards Delhi. So Delhi is either it is object and complement. Let us see. Object is a Delhi is a object या complement. If it is complement, so please write here. Goes is a intransitive verb in this sentence. But there are some teachers, I am sorry to say, I hesitate to say also. There are some teachers, there are a few teachers, I am also teachers, but this formula is applicable for me. I don't want to put blame on other teachers, but I blame myself. Sometimes I change this sentence into passive voice. He goes to Delhi. Delhi is gone by him. I go to London. London is gone by me. I go to somewhere. They are writing sentences and they have converted like this, and such type of conversion, such type of transformation, such type of interchanges of sentences, it becomes ambiguous, बड़ा भद्दा सा लगने लगता है. So if somebody asks, sir, change into passive voice, simple answer. The verb goes is a intransitive verb. What is intransitive verb? Sir, because this goes has no object, then to delay is object or complement. Your answer says, sir, it is complement, and you have taught very well. I know very well, if verb has complement, so there is in grammar, there is a term intransitive verb, and intransitive verb has no passive at all. Only the verb which has object, you can change, you can convert, transform into passive voice. So now Ram writes a letter, object is clear, and that object is, a letter is a indirect object, then put a question mark with WS form, that is what. If there is an answer, you can say this is transitive verb. If it is transitive verb, V plus O, transitive verb, passive voice. V minus O, if there is no object, there is complement, then turn the right at once immediately, no passive voice. You can't form the passive voice. Let us see another sentence. Now I have explained the word he goes to Delhi. So please at once write here, in the given sentence we can't convert, you can't change into passive voice, because this verb goes has a no object, goes has a only complement. Now object is clear. Now subject is clear, verb is clear, and this sentence Ram writes a letter is passive form. I have told you just now, as this is simple sentence, या positive या affirmative sentence. Now same simple present tense affirmative change into negative, change into interrogative, change into interrogative and negative, and now transform them into passive voice. So this is a starting point. Slowly and slowly, my dear students, I will teach you more and more about this topic. These are basic things. I have taught you some very important thing for you. So remember them and never forget them. Apply this formula in your life and make your life as one of the best citizens in the whole nation. This is my imagination. This is my ideology. This is my conception. This is my perception. At last, today I conclude my lecture, I conclude my speech, I wind up my speech with these lines. A small poem, it is given in class, I think class first or second. Let us revise it, and with these lines I conclude my lecture. I wind up my speech. The lecture is PCS with grammar term. This is also grammatical term, PCS. Its full form in general everybody knows, Provincial Civil Services. But in grammar, what are they, sir? Positive, comparative, superlative degrees. What are degrees? Degrees are taught in adjective form and adverb form. So, which adjective you are going to teach, my dear students? I am going to teach 3 comparatives among PCS. Positive form, comparative form and superlative form. And with these forms, I conclude myself. These forms are: positive is good, comparative is better, superlative is best. So let us come, my dear students, worthy students. start this rhyme a poem. Good, better, best. Never be at rest till your good is better and your better is best. Don't take rest. Do your best. Allah, yeah, God will take care of the rest. Thank you so much. With bottom of the heart and with God's